Assalamu alaikum my dear student, how are you? Hope all are you fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to our NIEVS home school. This is Sonia Joya, assistant teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift, Dhaka. Today I am going to take Bangladesh and Global Studies class for the student of 9th class student. And our today's topic is chapter 3, section 3.3, discussion and page number 63 to 66. Look at the board student. Our today's topic is chapter 3, section 3.3, page 63 to 66, discussion, and our lecture number is 06. So my dear students, let's start our today's topic. Class 9, subject Bangladesh and Global Studies, chapter 3, the solar system and the earth. Section 3.3, the motion of earth. The sun rises in the east to sets in the west in due course because the earth is on motion. The earth being regulated by the gravity rotated on its own axis and moves around the sun through particular orbits. This is earth's motion. The earth motion is classified into two ways. Number one is annual motion. Number 2 is diurnal motion. Again I am saying what is earth rotation, earth motion. The earth being regulated by the gravity. Okay, the earth being regulated by the gravity rotated on its own axis and moves around the sun through particular orbits. So this is called earth's motion, and earth motion is classified into two ways. Number 1 annual motion, number 2 diurnal motion. Now number one is the diurnal motion. What is diurnal motion? In this picture we see that, or we notice that one side of the globe is illuminated and the other side is dark. So one side is illuminated and this side is noon, and other side is dark and this side is night. And this picture occurrence of day and night. The earth rotates on its axis from west to east and rotates in this way almost 24 hours or a day. This motion of earth is called the diurnal motion. Again I am saying the earth rotates on its axis. So earth rotates on its axis to east, west to east, and rotates in this way almost 24 hours or one day. This is called motion of earth, or this motion of earth is called the diurnal motion. When earth rotates on its axis from west to east and within 24 hours or a day, this motion is called diurnal motion. During the rotation, the part where the rays fall in the day occurs and the other part remains dark and night occurs. During the rotation, the part where the rays fall, this part the sun rays fall, that's why this part is day and the other part remains dark and night occurs, and the other part, this other part remain dark and this part is night. The days and night come due to the diurnal motion. So during diurnal motion, days and night come. The ebb and flow takes place in the earth. During diurnal motion, the ebb and flow takes place in the earth, and the diurnal motion affects to the great extent the sea stream and air ventilation. So during the diurnal motion, days and night come. The ebb and flow takes and the sea stream and the air ventilation occurs. Then now experiment. Suppose a burning candle on the table in a dark room as the sun. So this burning candle as the sun and the globe as the earth, and this globe as the earth. We can find that the front part of the candle is lighted and its opposite part remains dark by moving the globe before the burning candle. So first this is lighted part is lighted part is day and dark part is night. Again I am saying we can find that the front part of the candle lighted, this is the lighted part, and its opposite part remains dark, and this is the opposite part is remain dark. By moving the globe before the burning candle, this globe is by moving the globe before the burning candle. They occurs in the lighted part and night in darkness. This part is day and this part is night. The circular region in between the lighted and the dark region of earth is known as the shaped circle. So my dear student, burning before in front of the sun, lighted part is day and remain darkness part is night. By moving the globe before the burning candle. The annual motion. The earth moves around the sun continuously on its own axis through a certain semicircular orbit. Such rotation of earth to the east from the west is called the annual motion. Again I am saying student, the earth moves around the sun continuously on its axis through a certain semicircular orbit. Such rotation of earth to the east from the west is called annual motion. The earth to make one complete rotation around the sun is 1 year. It is called the solar year. As the solar year is circulated on 365 days, February possesses 29 days instead of 28, and the year is calculated on 366 days, and such year is called leap year. So we know that annual motion also same the diurnal motion. It moves, the sun moves around the sun continuously on its own axis through a certain semicircular orbit, and the earth to make one complete rotation around the sun is 1 year. In annual motion, earth completes its rotation within 1 year, and the diurnal motion completes its rotation within 24 hours or a day. And the earth to make its rotation within around the sun is 1 year. So it is called solar year or the annual motion. As the solar year is calculated on 365 days, February possesses 29 days instead of 28, and the year is calculated on 366 days, and such year is called leap year. And this leap year come after every 4 years. And this leap year come after every 4 years, when year is calculated on 366 days, and the other year calculated 365 days. The waning and waxing of the day, night and change of seasons happen in the earth in consequence of annual motion. So during annual motion, the waning and the waxing of the days and night, and also happen changes of season. The reason that make days and night longer or shorter. The reason that make days and night longer and shorter. While moving around the sun, the 4 stages of the earth have been specified in the orbit, such as June 21, September 23, December 22 and March 21. First, June 21. While moving around the sun, the earth upon its course reaches at such a place on the orbit on June 21, where the North Pole mostly inclines 23.5 degree towards the sun, and the South Pole remains farthest away from the sun. picture, look at the student. In this picture, June 21, summer solstice, North Pole, longest day and shortest night, and South Pole, longest night and shortest day. On this day at noon, the sunlight falls over 23.5 degree north latitude length way. The day on this date becomes the longest in the north hemisphere and the night becomes the shortest. The opposite situation exists in the south hemisphere instead. So in the on this June 21, North Pole, longest day and shortest night, and South Pole, longest night and shortest day. Next, September 23. On September 23, where both the poles remains equally away from the sun. On September 23, where both the poles remain equally away from the sun, on this day the sunlight falls lengthways towards the equator. Towards both the Arctic and Antarctic circles at angle 66.5 degree and towards the poles at angle 0 degree. For this reason, the day and night on this day remain equal. Okay, September 23, days and night are equal. Days and night and equal because of on this day the sunlight falls lengthwise towards the equator. Sunlight falls lengthwise towards the equator, towards both Arctic and Antarctic circle at angle 66.5 degree and towards the poles at the angle 0 degree. For this reason, on September 23, days and night are equal. Next, December 22. When the earth stays at such a place on December 22, the south pole remains most inclined 23.5 degree towards the sun. The sunlight falls lengthwise 90 degree towards the Tropic of Capricorn. On this day, the day becomes the longest and night shortest in the south hemisphere. After December 22, the sun no longer moves towards south hemisphere and starts moving towards north hemisphere on December 22. Look at the picture, student. On December 22, winter solstice. This is winter solstice. Here North Pole, longest night and shortest day, and South Pole, longest day and shortest night. Okay, longest day and shortest night, because of on this day the South Pole remains most inclined. South Pole remains most inclined 23.5 degree towards the sun, and sunlight falls length 90 degree towards the Tropic of Capricorn. 90 degree towards the Tropic of Capricorn on this day. And because during this, on this date the day becomes longest and night becomes shortest in the south hemisphere. And after the December 22, the sun no longer moves towards the south hemisphere and it starts moving towards north hemisphere. So that again I am saying December 22, North Pole, longest night, shortest day, and South Pole, longest day, shortest night. Then March 21. On March 21, the Earth reached at such a place on its own orbit where both the pole remains equally away from the sun. So day and night becomes equal on this day. September 23 and March 21 are on these two days and night are equal, and June 21 in North Pole, longest day and shortest night, and South Pole, longest night and shortest day. On December 22, North Pole, longest night, shortest day, and South Pole, longest day, shortest night. The waning and waxing of days and nights happen for the annual motion. this longest day and shortest night, or shortest day or longest night, or the waning and the waxing days and night only happen for this annual motion. Only this annual motion days and the waning and waxing days and night are happen. So my dear student, I hope all of you guys have understood today's topic, and your homework number is 5 and homework is 10 MCQ. 10 MCQ. From today's class, your homework will be 10 MCQ. From this class, your homework will be 10 MCQ. So my dear students, I hope all of you students have understood today's topic, and will do your homework and will submit your homework on Saturday. See you again, inshallah.